Look at this. It's cool, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Well, I do. It's a lock for the water, because look at all that water. What is up, guys? Sam here with another video. I'm coming to you from Bustogrofo, which is towards Milan, and I want to do a book review today. A book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, or Paulo. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I've never heard somebody say it, but this is a book that I read about 5 years ago, because I have always wanted to travel, and this book helped plant the seed towards travelling. I didn't travel right away. I left it longer than I should have, even after reading that book, but this book still is a very inspiring book. If you want to travel, I'd recommend, go read that book. Basically, it is about a boy. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I'll tell you what it is about. It is about a boy who wants to travel. This boy is maybe 18, 19 years old, and it doesn't seem practical for him to travel at that time, because he doesn't have much money, he doesn't have very much. All he knows is he wants to travel. And when talking about how he wants to travel, he meets certain people that say it's not about saving up, because if you save up, you'll get wrapped up in making money, making more and more money, and you will never travel. He finally sets off to start traveling with no money and very unprepared, and he meets people along the way, some of them who have dreams to travel but have spent too long making money and have never traveled. And he meets some people that are traveling, and along the way, basically on his journey, he meets things fall into place. The book also has an aspect of spirituality, which I think is very good, whether you believe in any spiritual idea or not. It's always good to learn about some spirituality, things like omens and coincidences, but let me swap arms. Some bits you got to take with a pinch of salt, and other bits of the book make very much sense. And overall, actually, I think all of the book does make sense. I think it is a very good story and very good teachings in this book. And if you don't have ambitions of traveling, I still think is a very good book, in terms that it teaches you how to improvise your life a little bit more, how to take things into account and make decisions and decide things you want to do. Look at this. It's cool, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Well, I do. It's a lock for the water, because look at all that water. Basically, what I learned from this book is more that you must improvise your life. When you make a decision, you must take in information, but you must also act on impulse and always go with your gut feeling, because wherever your gut feeling leads you, if you follow your gut, wherever that leads you to, that's where you're meant to go. It's part of your journey, and everything works out when you follow your gut feeling. It might not look like it straight away, but it leads you in a direction where you learn what you need to learn. And that is one of the main lessons I learned from reading this book, is to go with your gut feeling. Now that this is 5 years later and I've finally set off to try and travel the world, I have no money. I can't even afford to get back home, so I have no option but to carry on travelling somehow. And if I did want to go back home, I'd have to travel back home. So that is still travelling. And then once I am home, I can still carry on travelling at home. I can still carry on improvising. I would totally recommend this book. On a 5-star rating, I would give it 5 stars. 5 stars for the story, and maybe 4 stars for the way it was told. because I don't think it was told badly. I think it was grammatically good, but it wasn't like poetically fantastic. But that's not what the book's about, so that doesn't matter. The story is just brilliant, and it is very well articulated. It gets 5 stars for my rating, and I would totally recommend. And if you are thinking of traveling, definitely buy this book. And if you buy this book, read it, and before you've even finished reading it, go traveling. And once you finish reading it, you then have a book that you've read, and you can swap it with somebody else for another book. That's another thing that I learned in this book, is that you can, I mean, I was thinking about getting a Kindle so I can read books while I'm traveling, but I can't afford a Kindle. And I think if I take 3 books, once I've read one of them, I can swap it with somebody else, and I have another book I've not read, and it might be a book I would never have heard of before. I think that's a brilliant idea, and that it mentions that in this book. That's one of the things. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are thinking of traveling, then for fuck's sake, definitely go and buy this book. The link is down there, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Peace, love and all of that shit.